Well, here we go again, guys. Another week, another mass protest. This is Trafalgar Square right now, and these people are chanting, "We do not consent, no more lies." So this is the Truth March, the We Do Not Consent March, and they're against all the measures the government has currently put out to tackle coronavirus. In fact, I'm actually on the website of these activists right now, and I can tell you what it is they want. So they say on their website, "We must unite for freedom. Bring everyone you know to end the lockdown, end social distancing, end track and trace." And as you can see from the numbers that have gathered and the way they're standing next to each other, they obviously do not believe in social distancing, they don't believe in wearing masks, they basically don't believe in any of the measures that you or I may have been observing over the last few months. They just think, okay, fine, I don't need a mask, I don't need social distance. There is, apparently, I guess to them, they probably think there is no virus, or it's a myth. I'm not sure what they think. I just think it's quite alarming to see this once again. There are lots of speakers at the event, and the day will, of course, culminate in the headline speaker, who is David Icke. No guesses there. You probably pre-guessed it was going to be David Icke, because who else would you have at a rally like this? Now, I'm not saying David Icke is crazy.
Correct. The press claim that you claim to be the Son of God.
But...
Is that true?
Yes, you see,
yeah.
the thing is that you see, it's quite funny, really. You know, 2,000 years ago, had a guy called Jesus sat here and said these same things, you would still be laughing.
I'll be honest with you, I just really don't understand why they do these marches. I just simply don't get it. I have a friend whose dad died of COVID-19. Now, his dad must have been probably, I would say, late 50s, early 60s. So not an old man by any means. He died of COVID-19, and I think if I went up to my friend today and I said, you know, all the measures the government have put in place to stop the disease your dad died from spreading are all pointless, and I'm not going to observe them because I don't think the disease is even real, and I don't think it can spread at all. I don't think social distancing makes any difference. I don't think wearing a mask makes any difference. I wonder how my friend would react to that. I wonder if he'd say, oh, well, you know, my dad would have understood because my dad was a libertarian. Or would he just spit in my face and say, well, you should do this because if we'd been doing this earlier in the year, people like my dad wouldn't have died. I think what I also find annoying is a lot of these rallies that have taken place in Trafalgar Square, they're always chanting and shouting for freedom. We want freedom, 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 freedom. And I'm like, I don't think you guys realise. I don't think people realise in this country how much freedom they actually have. I really don't think they do. They don't understand. They've never lived in a country where their freedoms have been taken away. Because if you had lived in a country where your freedoms are taken away, you'd really appreciate the freedoms you have here. And that's what I find utterly baffling. You know, go and live somewhere like China and find out what freedom restriction is like. I mean, you know, it's amazing to me that people think there's this great battle for freedom in this country. But in this country, you are largely free to do what you like. The only thing that is prohibiting you from not doing what you like is the law if what you want to do is unlawful. I find it really, really odd. I also think this is a complete waste of police resources. You've got to have all the police out there to police this event. You've got to have ambulance crews standing by. All these resources are going to be used for your march, which could have easily just been avoided. I just think, just wait it out. Eventually this time in history will pass. I just find it kind of very, very, very annoying. But hey, that's just my opinion, and no doubt people will write comments and say, well, you're a snowflake, you're a soy boy, that's why. Fine, whatever. Just giving you my thoughts on today's march, which I'm sure will be over soon anyway, and we'll all move on. But who knows, and there'll be another one next weekend. And, yeah. Ugh.